Show, buddy. Mikerowchip here, playing Trainz 2022
Plus Standard Edition.
And this is Midwestern Rails, Episode 1. My more astute watchers, content watchers, no, my viewers, that's the word I'm looking for. My more astute viewers will probably notice that this is a spreadsheet we're looking at. Yes, it is. Midwestern Rails I bought as a DLC. Actually, I'd forgotten it was a DLC. I thought it was free, but it is not. It's worth the price in my book. But anyway, and I bought it off the Trainz site. Did I? Yeah, I think I bought it off the Trainz site where they sell their DLC. Anywho, we're starting off here on the spreadsheet just to give you kind of an overview of what's going on. Now, here's all the cities and industries. Well, there's a lot of industries around these, but mostly it's just the cities. And you can see there are 3 different railroads. There's UP in yellow, CN in gray, and BNSF in orange. And this is right here. I have Newberry. This is where all the UP trains go to. Here in Clark City in the middle, Lockwood is where all the CN incoming cars arrive. And then way over here on this end, we have the BNSF arrival here in Mallstown. All 3 of these portals on this side are going to be our ins and outs. So this is the CN in and out, UP in and out, BNSF in and out. So any train coming onto the route or coming off the route goes back and forth through these portals. There are other portals in here. This portal, this portal, this portal. I don't really use them. Just don't do it. All right, but you can see the UP runs right down the middle. And then you got CN doing the northern stuff. And then you have BNSF doing mostly southern and a little bit of northern stuff. They outbid CN here? I don't know. I set this up the way that the guy who wrote this, the developer of this, which was Hiawatha MR, is what it says on the Trainz site. And I am very happy with this route. I've not gotten very far into it, so there's not going to be a lot of cars and stuff on the route, but, so what? If you don't like that, well, this just may not be the channel for you. Okay, so anyway, so that's the layout. You can see it is a rather large route. Okay, you can see here my industry empties. I've not serviced many industries at this point. Then comes my work orders. Now, in my work orders, these are already all of my locals. I already have them all plugged in. We shouldn't have to add any more locals because I got all the industries already covered. Those that, well, let me see here. So we have actually 3. Take that back. We have 1 Amtrak passenger train. I have them in 3 different spots so that we get to him a little bit more often than all of the freight trains. And then you have here, and you see the UPs and the BNSFs and the CNs. The Robbins Shunt, the Robbins Road, which is going to run trains in between places, in between like the CN arrival yard and the BNSF arrival yard and the UP arrival yard, so on and so forth, to run things back and forth. Because when trains come in through one of the portals that you saw on the far left in that earlier sheet, they come in as a mix. They could have some UP, some CN, some BNSF on them, and therefore there's going to be a lot of shipping from one to another as the different companies hand off the cars with the companies that need them. So if a CN train has a lot of UP cars, it'll run it over to the UP yard. That's basically what it comes down to. All right. So every one of them has a shunt in a road, and then I have these right here. Now, the problem I was running into to begin with, these are all in alphabetical order, but when you go out this way looking for their orders, they're not alphabetic anymore. I mean, all UPs and so on and so forth are, so I did something nifty. Watch this. So let's say Jessica from BNSF, who runs route M0090. That's her local number. I just click on Jessica. Oh, and it takes us right there. There's what she takes care of. And I even put out how many cars can be spotted at each so that I know that. I had to go through and do all this on my own. This was not provided to me. And you can see right before her in this one here is Isla, who's M0138 through BNSF. And that's, yeah. So these here are the ones she's working. These are the ones that are possibly working. These are the ones that she's actually working right there. So instead of searching for them anymore, I just click on one of these, and it jumps me right to that person. I think if I click on this, it goes back. Nope. I thought I could put that in there. I didn't, but that's no big deal. I just got to go back here. There's no searching to it. I just got to whip it back that way. Yeah, then we have all the yards that I'm using in the game, all the different yards, and then the locals that come out of those yards. So out of Robin's yard, UP, you got the M017 and the M167. Now, what I'm doing with the letters here is I think something that CSX does a little bit of. I'm not sure. But M means manifest or mixed freight. U means unit train, like all coal, all one type of commodity. And then I is intermodal. So you can see most of them are manifest. We got a unit train here, intermodal here, a unit train and an intermodal. And which yard? So it looks like UP's got 2, BNSF's got 2 yards, and so does CN. So we already looked at, that's just how I figure out what cars come on the route. And then there's our passengers. Now, I know what I'm doing different on this one too that I forgot about. Adair. We will go to Adair every once in a while, like you saw in the work orders, but I got him completely scheduled now. So he runs by AI all the time. He goes to all these stations on his own. He even does the runarounds on his own. And so occasionally we'll just check in and see what he's doing. Watch him for 5 minutes as he goes from one place to the other. Okay, now what do I have? Was it random consists? So that's just when I'm setting up all my consists. I use this right here. It's an ordeal. That's just for inbound trains, so I know what to tag them. Then we have the subdivisions. This is what they put in when I bought the route, so they told me where everything is. And then I have all the rolling stock that I'm using on this route. Okay, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put you guys on pause so I can get the Trainz program running, and we'll start our episode number 1 of Midwestern Rails. And here we are. Yes, sir. This is Nick. Yeah, I lost who it was for a second. It's Nick, and he is the shunt for Lockwood for, as you can probably guess, Canadian National. So the name of the town we're in is in Lockwood, and he right now is shunting. I just thought I'd give you a look at him here. And we are going to run down to this end now. He is shunting cars into this yard right here. Now, in this game here, I decided to do something different. Lockwood arrival, but that's from Ray's, which is from the other direction. A train came in here, and this is the Lockwood arrival right here. In fact, there's another train already waiting. Yeah, this is a BNSF train, as you can see, already waiting. Brought in another load of cars for what's his name to do, but we're just going to do that one load he's got now. There's the roundhouse for CN right there. Here is the BNSF train that brought in that first load. Yeah. Now this one, once it is his turn again, he's going to come over here. I think there should be a BNSF track over here for him to pick up on. Let's see. That's UP. There it is. These he'll tow back to the BNSF yard. And that's what my road trains are going to do. Because these cars, when they're brought in, sometimes they're going to have cars from different companies. So they got to ship them to the correct yards. So, let's get at it, shall we? Here we are right here. This one here. Let's bring up our switch list. Okay. Now, for some reason, when they're going to Warrego, it really, look at how spaces about all straight in a line instead of going, like these are up here. I don't know why it does that. It may be because the name of the car here is way too long, and therefore, yeah, I'm not sure. I just work around it. But so you see this one. So not only when I tag them now, I not only have to say what city they go to, then I have to say what company they go to, but then I also have to put in there what railroad they belong to. So it's more typing, but I like it. So we got these two going to BNSF, and then the Newberry Seaport one, which is which are these right here, right? Yeah. What is that? Norfolk Western coal cars? What are these? Come here, coal cars. What are you doing? Yeah, Norfolk Western. Okay, so let's put these two on the BNSF track. We want to go this way, and then we want to go over here. There we go. It's already set. I am using Rail Driver, so let's put it in Rail Driver mode. There we go. We're going to release the brakes. There we go, and we're going to put it in reverse. Should be reverse, right? We'll find out. Just waiting for those brakes to charge. Because the full auto brake was on. It's taking them forever. Let's bail that brake cylinder. Bail. Hitting D. Nothing's happening. Maybe too early to bail. Okay, that should be good. Let's back it up. Here we go. All right. On this route now, far be it from me to complain. Is it moving? It is. They didn't put frogs on there. So you see how there's nothing here, nothing here? Which, it'd be nice if the frogs were on there, but I get it. I sure as heck would not want to go through and put all those frogs on there. In fact, I'm not going to go through and put the frogs on there. Notice I like these switches they got on this route, too. Instead of there being targets, there's lights. See that? Green, green, yellow, green. So this is normal. That yellow is reversed. So that's kind of cool. Although I wonder, do you really got to stay on top of those? How long do those light bulbs last where you got to go out there and change them? You know what I'm saying? Seems like a lot of work for the guys in the yard, but maybe that's their thing, right? All right, now all these cars that are in this cut are all going to different railroads. None of them are going to locals. I already put the locals away. Already done dude it. Okay, there we go. Give it a little bit of a shove here. Get it to where the frog should be. Well, we'll just say the frog, even though there's not a frog there. You're going to have to use your imagination. All right. Yeah, in my other routes, I just have these as track 1, track 2. This one I decided, you know what? Why don't I just put down what track is what instead of having to look at my spreadsheet to remember, track 2 is UP. Well, no, just look. Oh, another thing I want to show you, too, is these cars that are over here are locals that are being built. You can see this one here is M32, and this one here is U83. And as you can see, U83 does actually it is actually a unit train that I'm building here. Well, these are different. These are Norfolk and Westerns that say it on there. These say these are Burlington Northerns. These just say NW on them, right? Oh, no, they're there. Oh, this one does. Okay. I got stuff sightseeing. Let's put the train brake on now. Very good. I guess I got to put the train brake on a while ago. That probably would have been a better idea. That's all right. Now we can decouple. And now we can forget who I am. Turn the train brake off. All right, so these next few, just these next 3 are going to UP, which is this track over here. No, it's BNSF. So UP must be back this way. All right, put her in forward. Here we go. Now, again, on this one, we have a level crossing right here. I could shunt from the other side. I just don't want to. So we let the folks know here in Lockwood that if you want to go anywhere, you better not want to go at the time that we're shunting. And of course the town said, well, all right, but then are you going to put out a shunting, when the shunting is going to be happening? And the answer to that is no. No, we will not. Okay, now where's UP at? Oh, this is UP right here. Is that where I'm going? Oh, yeah, it is. Okay. I'm silly. Now, this one is a classification track. These are locals that were brought back that need to be reclassified. Of course, now my question is, did I reclassify them? I don't know. We'll have to take a look. All right, there we go. Throw that switch. Yeah, did we? Did we reclassify these already? Yes, we did. Oh, I'm going to sneeze. Hold on. That come out of nowhere. So I got to pull these off here, too, and put these on the UP track as well at the end here. Yeah. That's what's got to happen. Where am I at now? Here we are. Here we are. We're still rolling. Put on more brake. There we go. All right. Now we're going to back it up. And we're just going to throw it in 2. Notch 2 right from the get. All right. So it's just these 3 here that I have to go there. So we're building trains for our road trains. That's the way it's going to work. And I'm wondering if that other train that's on the inbound track here at Lockwood is another road train. I bet you it is. I'll bet you. Here we go. Down around the corner. Make sure we get it down to 5 or below. 5 below. Isn't that a store? Maybe just in my region. Whatever your regional equivalent is to 5 and below. Just fill that in. And we know excessive acceleration. I got up to 2 miles an hour. What am I, crazy? Got it, notch 2. What's going on? It's just really heavy, I guess. Okay, let's put it in notch 3. All right, so the next ones coming up are going to BNSF. 1, 2, 3, 4 cars going to BNSF. Oh, no, wait a minute. At the wrong end. Okay, that's right. BNSF, well, they are going anyway. These on this end are also going to BNSF. So there you go. Worked out nice. Everybody wins on that one. Bump right there. We're going to have to train brake it. It's the only way to tie him down. There we go. A little slack action, even with the brake on. Do that. And now forward. It's still way up there before we get there. Which, of course, is awesome. So these are going to BNSF. We're pulling out a little early. Brakes are still on a little bit. All right, so these next 4 cars are going to BNSF, which is this one right here. It is. All right, so we'll clear this one here. Then we're back to UP again. Don't sniffle into the mic. It's unprofessional. All right. Here we go. Yeah, I was toying with the idea of making one of these railroads, maybe taking away CN and making it Norfolk Southern. Decided against it. You may have heard me talk about it in another series. Figured, let's go with the 3 railroads there. And I downloaded some models for all those railroads. You know, some engines, if not, or whatnot. I should say, not if not. So I should be good. I should be good. Well, I'm kind of looking at them now. I had just gone engine shopping, I don't know, 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, something like that, and saw some really cool engines. And I'm looking at these engines thinking, ooh, maybe I should go back and get some of those. Not that these are bad or anything, but, you know, I just saw the engines I really liked. That could be a problem with this game. He'll get you. I got to wait till my wife goes to work so I can go to the bank and, fill out a loan to get more trains. Just kidding. I don't do that. Okay. Whoop, come on. Slow down. Oh, geez. Okay. Nope. Yeah, we hit at 6. That's against the rules. What's that on full for? No. Release. I got to charge him now? That's unusual. Usually I don't have to. That whole connection was just a mess. It happens. All right. Yeah, some cars on this route I'm using that are not on my other routes. Like these Northwestern coal cars you see here. The TTX Wells here I use in other routes. But there's some new box cars that I got. Stuff like that. Well, that I'm using now. Did I buy those box cars? I can't remember. Some of the stuff comes stock with the game. Some of it doesn't. I can't remember. Doing the best I can. All right. So we'll slam on the brakes there. And I'll click on this guy right here. See if that helps it not forget who I am. These are going to... Well, now, wait a minute. These are going to UP as well, aren't they? Am I doing this wrong? No, BNSF. Okay. I'm on the BNSF track. Okay. Ignore everything I just said. So we'll go like this. And it didn't forget. How do you like that? Okay, so let's put it... we'll take out the train brakes, put it forward. You know what I may want to do here? Well, no, because then it won't update. Okay, yeah. I was going to go to the front and click on the engine so it doesn't forget me ever, but then it won't update the switch list, unless I click on it. So, no go. All right, now we're going to UP. Here we go. All right, so UP is this and the 3 grain cars. But the tankers are behind them or not. But these are all going to UP, which is, again, the next track over. This one right here. All right. In case those of you were wondering, I just blew my nose a lot. I'm sniffling too much. Hate it when I sniffle. All right, so we're going this way. There we go. And this is UP now, right? Okay, yeah. Continue to build these trains. The independent brake doesn't seem quite as effective on these engines as they have on other engines. Okay, bring me on back now. All right, and then the refinery and then Warrego Vermin, those are all going to BNSFs. Those are all BNSF cars. We got to ship them over to their yard. Let them take care of it. Of course, we here at Canadian National would love to, as long as we get paid for it. We'll take over some of your routes. Okay, I'm going to slow down earlier this time. Oh, I'm just laying on that independent brake. There we go. The we got brakes now. You see it's recharging. Already got it in gear while it's still recharging. Oh, that doesn't sound full. You moron. Take it off full. I'm like, the numbers are going the wrong way. Aren't they supposed to be going up at this point? There we go. Now they're going up. Alrighty. I can hear the bell now on the... how far across the thing are we now? We're still quite a ways. Yeah, there's a lot of people waiting. Hey, how you folks doing, huh? That's dangerous, sir. You shouldn't be like that. You should have stopped over here. Cool car. Oh, no, it's two cars melded together. Oh. Whoops. What's going on here? I mean, I know traffic's heavy, but I didn't think it was that heavy. Okay, go back over here. There we go. Those are the same grain hoppers I use on all my routes. I love those grain hoppers. All right, we are eating up a lot of the train here. What, 7 cars? 6 cars. Alrighty. And auto brake. Just lay it on heavy. There we go. Same tank cars that I always used to. Why am I pointing this all out to you? I don't know. Okay, go like this. Go like this. Go like this. Drop this off. There we go. All right, now these are all going to BNSF. It's all of the tank cars. Here we go. Okay, these are coming back up to 90, right? Yeah. I'm just not giving them enough time. But it's working with them not being at 90, so, you know. What do I care? I don't have to worry about grinding down the brakes or anything like that because they don't really exist. It's like the Matrix, right? I was going to say technically it is the Matrix, but no, it's not because there's nobody living in it. Well, as far as I know, right? Okay, so this one back this way, and then we're going to BNSF it with all these tank cars. I like the scenery here. Look at all the buildings and everything back here. It looks like a real industrial area. I like it a lot. Well, that was 2. The number 2 and number 3 came together. They got that little, I don't know if you've ever seen it before, they got a little toggle on the rail driver for the horn. And that, I feel like I'm going to break it using it. So I'm always really gentle with it. And sometimes that double 2 pulls, but only one horn sound, you know? All right, here we come now. Uh-oh. Why is it we're... Okay, we went down to 5 that time. And this time the brake is still released. I don't get it. But it seems like we're beating the crud out of BNSF's cars. With UP, we're being real gentle, but BNSF, we're like, you and your orange trains. Okay. Should be some of my new box cars coming up. Although I think that third one is a rail box. Or maybe they came with the route. Maybe these boxcars came with the route. I don't know. Not that it makes a difference. I'm just talking to talk. You know, when you do one of these videos, you got to say something, right? Some people would disagree with me. Some people will probably say you could be quiet too, though. You know, that works. Yeah, that's a reefer right there, isn't it? Looks like a reefer. This one's new. What is this one here? Virginia and Maryland. Yeah, let's put the train brake on all the way, though. There you go. Burlington Northern. Is this a reefer? It looks like a reefer to me, although I don't see. Oh, yeah, there's the thing right there. Okay. And then we have this one here, Green Bay and Western. Yeah. Yep. Okay. So brake is applied. Come over here. Do this. Drop off the brake. These are now going to UP. I think we've cleared the crossover, the level crossing. I think we have. No. There we go. These are UP, which are this track here. Yeah, we cleared it for a second, but we still have that gives a whole new meaning to traffic jam right there. Yeah, sorry, folks. I'm not really, but I just say sorry for PR reasons. Okay. There we go. We gotta be gentle. These are UPs. I got nothing against UP for those people who love UP. What does that say? Oh, that's from, yeah, I already read that. That's the arrival from the other side. That's the other thing you got to worry about in these when you're doing these new routes too, because I wanted to put the arrivals all into this yard here, but any trains coming from this direction from way over here can't get there without going past this and then backing up. So I decided to put the inbound coming on this side for that one there, so you got to know which way you're coming from. So you got to really, that's just one of the things you got to pay attention to if you've ever, set up a route like this before. Again, it's time consuming, but I really like this route, which is probably why I bought it, right? Although I guess I have bought routes that I've been less than pleased with. Yes, I can't think of anything offhand, but I don't see, is it braking to go on to full? Yep. We'll release it. Started dipping. Continue backwards now. There you go. All right. So it looks like we're putting in to here, right? So we're on here right now. So this is UP. No, the other way. UP. Yeah, the green car will be the first BNSF. All right. So back here again now. We're making quite a long train. Yeah, we are making quite. Do we have room on here? Oh, yeah. These yard tracks are hugely long. So that's good. Here we go. I even got some Burlington Northern coal cars. Remember those? And look, there's a different kind. It must have different skins on it, huh? I like it. Well, look, the traffic was finally released. I see cars moving over on this side. I didn't see them go across. Looks like the traffic finally got released there. Or did it? It did not. What? Is it doing that thing like it does in the other routes where it never releases it? That, not my job, not my prob. Okay, so train brake is on all the way. Yep, we're going to go like this. here. These are going to BNSF. Put it back and forward. We can kill the bell now, right? I don't think we're going to go across the level crossing. We might, though. All right, these are the first ones now we're going to put on the BNSF track. Which means we're going to have to throw the UP. Oh, this is BNSF. CN Pleasant. Oh, okay. This is not the first one. We've been doing BNSF all right. In fact, I'll talk about how I hate their orange engines, which I really don't. Okay. All right, well, let's, because there's not many cars left here now. Put it back in reverse. Here we go. So here. BN. It's all but the last one. Columbus and Greenville. That's a new box car that I don't normally use. Okay, yep. Oh, no. Start slowing down. Oh, gosh. Oh, boy. Does that help when I make that noise? What is with me treating the BNSF car so horribly? Sorry, folks. We like our grain shaken, not pampered. All right, no problem. We can shake it up. We'll shake it up for you. Although these are all empty, I'm sorry. But they like their coal shaken. And there's coal hoppers up here. So that's nice. All right. So sometimes the coal hoppers are in manifest trains, but when they get delivered to their final location, they'll be unit trains. That's the way I got it set up. At least I think so. Now the traffic, look at that. Now the traffic's been released. So it's not stuck on. It just has a huge area of you're not moving for a while. Look at this. Now I'm not slowing down fast enough again. Sorry, BNSF. If I had any more cars to put on there, I'd do the next ones really super careful. Just to make it up to you. But there are none left, so there you go. Forward. There we go. Brakes slowly release. Allow us to roll forward. You know what we're going to do, though? Before we run to that UP tracks, we're going to go back and get those other UPers right there. The ones that are on the classification track. Like I said, those came back more than likely on a local. And therefore, when they come back, they're labeled as none. So I go, what am I going to do with these? Look, reclassification track is where we're going to go. Nice. Let's go grab these. There we go. Should get a nice shot. Now, all the rest of these are UP, so I really don't need... Well, I'll leave that on until I confirm that those are actually UPs up there. We'll get a nice view of those CN engines here. What are those, GP38s? They look like 38s to me. Yeah, they're SD40s. It says right there, SD40-2. My bad. Has it got the 3 fans on there? I don't know. Okay, now let's... the brakes are already released. Let's make sure these are all UPs. Okay. Yeah, I looked... In fact, they're all going to the same place. That seems odd. Well, not that these 4 go to the same place, but this one happens to also be going to that place. Okay, well, whatevs. So now we got to go to UP. The UP track. And then we're going to park these back in the CNN maintenance yard. And it'll sit there till its next turn. See how it works. Holy moly, I can't believe we're like 40 minutes in already. I love this. Gosh, do I love it. It is nice to see engines other than the CSX. I've been such a CSX I can't say it. CSX snob is what I'm trying to say. Now you'll be able to see different kinds of engines, huh? Huh? Okay. Put these back on the UP track. And just to let you know, I really, although I am abusing the BNSF cars, I'm not trying to. I'm not trying to do it as a joke. I really, for some reason, have been mistakenly messing with them. You don't have to believe me, I suppose. I mean, it doesn't make a difference, but I really was not. It's good. It's good. Here he comes. All right, now let's... Here we go. Here we go. Gentle as a feather. There you go. Feather. I got the feather touch on that one. Now we got to shove these back. The brakes are on just a tiny bit. Try to bail that brake cylinder. Bail, bail, bail. Nope, it says no way. Maybe the train pipe equalizing has to be up near 90 before it'll bail. Bail, 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 bail. No, I'm bailing, but there's no water leaving the ship, so what are you going to do? Okay. So this train now is ready to go back to UP. So when the UP train, when it comes, eventually it'll have to come here. The road train will have to come here because, like I said, when the cars come in, they're from all different train companies. The 3 different. Whatever yard it's working out of is eventually going to have cars it has to bring here. Okay. Now, we really don't need this anymore, do we? No, we don't. Although it'll probably pop back up. We'll see. There we go. Oh, we got to put the train brake on. Forgot about that. I mean, I can see how I forgot about it. I've had to do it every time. So, you know, when you do something over and over and over again, it's very easy to forget. Yeah, that's not true. All right, so we're going to uncouple this. Yeah, we're going to have to do it anyway. Okay, now we're going to put him back in the yard. Now, wait a minute. Before we go anywhere, as the brakes recharge, is there a way to get into the yard going this way? There is. It's actually going to be shorter coming this way, coming back around here. And then we're going to park him. Where are we going to park him? I mean, any one of these tracks is fine. But I guess we can put him on the fuel stands here to gas up a little bit. All righty. Okay. Give me some forwards. There we go. And we'll run them all the way back down the other side of the yard. that track going that way. There we go. Yeah. Like I said, we could back up and come down this track right here, but then we got to run all the way past the local yard, all the way back, and then come back up. I think this way is going to be shorter. So away we go in reverse. Speed limit says 25, but I don't like that. This looks like more like a 15-mile-an-hour zone to me. Or 17. Close enough. All right, you get a little bit of a view here of Lockwood, the Lockwood Yards. Nice slow roll. And I've had a ton of fun on this route already. There's the tower. You can actually see into the tower. And then there are my local trains. Like I said, those are the local tracks there. There's M33 as an example. Okay, now suddenly I'm questioning something. So these cars I just got done building the road trains for was brought in by BNSF, right? And then there's another BNSF waiting that just brought in this cut right here. So there are 2 road trains for BNSF, and the answer to that is no, there's not. So what the heck, fire? Yeah. And with me building this, building the locals more realistically and everything, it's been a bit of a mind bender to try to keep track of it all. That's why I decided to show you the spreadsheet first, just to give you an idea of the route, and then, how I'm trying to keep track of everything. Look at all the traffic up there. Are they driving on the left side of the road? Oh, no, they're not. Okay, they're on the right side. There's the CN roundhouse that we saw earlier. Yeah, that's another BNSF. Look at them. BNSF. Then we have this one here. I don't get it. Why did that happen? All right, now I got to know. I got to know right now. Who is this? This is Hank. What's Hank? According to this, Hank is... Oh, the Mallstown Road. Oh, there are 2 yards. There's the Blue Sky Yard, and then there's the Mallstown Yard. So that's why they're both here. You fool. I was thinking there was only one... also think we're going too slow. I was thinking there was only 1 yard with a road train in it for BNSF, but they got 2 different yards. Come on. Come on, Mike, get in the game, buddy. It's hard to keep track of stuff, okay? I think everything has 2 yards in, doesn't it? Because the UP's got, 1 in Robbins and 1 in Newberry. And then BNSF has a yard in, like I said, Blue Sky and Maulston, or Mallstown, however you pronounce that. And then, you gotta drive the train, remember, drive the train. Let's see, and then CN has 1 in Lockwood and 1 in Pleasant. Well, that worked out rather symmetrical, did it not? Someone's got to check on the gates. Uh-oh, look out, pal. Look out. Oh. we just popped a thing too. That may be why he did that, because I just ran through that last switch instead of switching it. Maybe that's why it did that. It couldn't sense the train coming until it was too late. Okay. My bad. My bad. Okay. Oh, come on. All right. There we go. It was like just 3.5 more feet ought to do it. All right, so now we're going to come down here, though, first. And we're going to run this guy. We've got 2 engines that needs to be refueled. This guy. Don't smoke. Guy's there to make sure nobody smokes. Okay. Now we're going to go forwards. Let's move to the front. The lead engine, if you will. Drop that off. Here we go. Okay. That was fun. Let's do this. Now let's put the reverser in forward. There we go. Is that why it's called forward FWD? Because it makes the train go forward? Well, who'd have thunk it? Okay, now we're going to go across this same road. Different level crossing, but same road. We got a customer waiting. Let's give him a show. New customers. Oh, we got more than 2. Look at that. Cool. Folks, have a wonderful day. I hope this was well worth your wait. Okay. We're heading for the refueling station. Got this building out here. Kind of yard office, probably, right? Looks like it. Whole bunch of fuel tanks here. We're actually gaining speed at this point. What? Why are we gaining so much speed? Uh-oh. Okay, there it goes, there it goes, there it goes. I thought we had a malfunction. It must be a little hill there or something, right? Okay, look at that. Isn't that cool? Isn't that a cool CN? It was that like a GP9 or something? That thing. Let's see. Does it say right there? It's a GR17H. Is that what that is? Never even heard of a GR before. What are they calling this? That's a GP9. Were they trying to fool me? All right. Or maybe it's a GR, but they put it on a GP9 thing. What happened now? Oh, no. Come to him. I'm on the wrong train because I clicked to see what it was. Forgot to remember. Can you forget to remember something? Forgot that I was actually controlling the other train. All right, let's get him on the fuel pads here. There we go. All right. There we go. Kill that. Let's get a screenshot. I was thinking about using those cars all on top of one another, but I don't like it. This looks like a good screenshot for the first one from Midwestern Rails, right? The only thing we're missing here is a UP train. But yeah, this is the end of the video in case you haven't figured that out. Yeah, this is it. The first video of Midwestern Rails has now been completed. I had fun. All right, I'm going to say that definitively. I had fun, and I can't wait. Now, the problem is now I have 7 series going on. I have to go through all my other videos before I get to play this again. That's not... I'm okay with it. I'm okay with it because I get to play all those other routes. which I equally enjoy, so it's all good. Why don't you like? Why don't you subscribe? Why don't you leave me a comment? And if you don't like the fact that this GP9 somehow has some kind of GR number on it, well, this just may not be the channel for you.